Hi Saddleback family, my name is Kyung and I'm the campus pastor at Irvine South. Today I'd like to encourage you with one of my favorite passages. It's a passage that Jesus quoted while he was on the cross at the lowest point of his life. And it's found in Psalm 22 verses 1 through 3 where David said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Far from deliverance are my groanings. In the morning I cry out to you, but there is no answer. In the evening I cry out to you, but there is no rest. Yet you, O Lord, are holy, and you are enthroned upon the praises of Israel. I love this first verse where it says, my God, why have you forsaken me? It is so raw and it is so honest. I want to point out two things about that verse. One is that God is not threatened by you and I pouring out our anger and our frustration out upon him. He, in fact, welcomes it. He is like a wise, loving, patient father who says, go ahead and vent on me. Go ahead and take out your frustration and anger on me. Go ahead and beat your hands upon my chest. I can take it. I welcome it. I want you to pour out your cryings to me. Two, notice that this is not a struggle of faith between an unbeliever or a non-believer and someone who is, whether a God exists or not. No, it's a struggle of faith between a father and a son, or a father and a daughter or a son who's questioning whether their father loves them, cares for them, is good, whether they're good or not. And then this second verse says, far from deliverance are my groanings. I cry out to you in the morning, but there is no answer. And I cry out to you by evening, but there is no rest. And what I want you to know about this is that here is the rub. You and I can incorrectly conclude that God is not good, that God does not care about us, that God doesn't love us based upon solely of whether he answers our prayers or grants us our request. You and I must be very careful that God's character, God's goodness is not based upon whether he answers our prayers and grants us our requests and is good towards us. No, God is good simply because of who he is. That's his character. God is a good Father. And then in verse 3a, David said, yet you are holy, O God. See, David lived with this tremendous tension. For 7 years, at this point, for 7 years, he's been on the run where Saul has been trying to kill his life. And he has been for 7 years pouring out his heart to God to say, God, deliver me. Save me. I'm tired. I want to be safe. I want to keep my family safe. I'm tired of hiding and living in caves. And for 7 years, God did not answer his prayer or did not grant him his request. And yet David had this willful refusal to say, God, you're not good. No, he refused to become bitter. He refused to let his heart grow hard. Rather, he had a tenacity to say, yet God, despite unanswered prayer, despite unanswered requests, you, O Lord, are still holy. And I love that word, yet. Even so, nonetheless, in spite of, God, I don't have a home, yet you are holy. God, I don't have a job or financial stability, yet you are holy. God, I don't have a spouse, yet you are holy. God, I still have this depression, but you are holy. God, I'm not cured of my cancer, yet you are holy. God, we are not out of this COVID-19, yet you are holy. And then he concludes finally in verse 3b with, you are enthroned upon the praises of Israel. You see, when it comes to royals, we think about the glory and majesty being crowns and expensive jewelry and silk robes and a scepter. But when it comes to God, he loves to clothe and coronate himself with our praises, with our dogged faith that says, despite unanswered prayer and requests, I choose to praise and believe in God. You and I know this to be true, that our greatest accomplishment in life and what we are most proud of is when our children say, my dad or my mom is my hero. When our friends say, he is my best friend, he or she could always be trusted and relied upon. When our coworkers say they were so generous with their time. See, we are enthroned upon the praises of those who are closest to us. You see, we are the jewels of God's creation. We are the apple of his eye. We are the glory that he clothes himself with. So I hope that this week, that you'll keep that in mind and that it will encourage you. God bless you, and I'll talk to you later.